Well, Coasters, I'm in at the Carnegie building in Hokitika, and I've asked Dr. Anna if she'd join me to talk about the art auction. Now, how's it going to work?
So tomorrow night at 6 o'clock is the kickoff. We're having wine and cheese. We're limited to 50 people in the building, so we'll let 50 in and then start moving them through and let the next 50 in. The auction works along the lines of, if you really, really want it, offer us enough money and you can walk away with it, or write down your bid and take your chances that somebody else isn't going to offer us more.
I love it.
Exactly.
And what are you going to use all the money for?
It's going towards the roof restoration at the All Saints Church,
Right.
And the earthquake strengthening. So
That's-
we're chipping away at the amount that we need for the community contribution towards the lottery application, and we're down to 188,000. We started off at needing 400,000 a couple of months ago, so we're doing well.
Goodness me, you're really onto it.
Exactly. There are over 80 art pieces in here, so if we can get a,
Do you know some of the history? Can we have a look around?
Yeah, absolutely. So we challenged the politicians in that were running in the elections.
Yes.
And we challenged them to provide us with an artwork. So this is a donation from Jack Collins, who was running for
Was he?
Social Credit.
Social Credit, okay.
Yeah. That's already got a bid on it, so don't delay if you're wanting it.
So it's got a bid of it's past its reserve. It's already got a bid of $100. What else have we got there? Sylvia Ross.
Sylvia is part of the art group, and they voted not to set any reserves, but rather to support the fundraiser, even if it only pays for the cost of a tile, which is $15. So if you want some really unique Christmas presents, come on down. There's some fantastic artworks. You're looking at
So what's that, Anna?
That's a single twist jade pendant from John Wroblewski.
Yes.
Who, seeing as how the whitebaiting was so non-existent this year.
He was on the wrong side of the river.
Exactly. That's a Vern Abbott of Reflections. This one's interesting. It's parrots. It was donated by Bill and Janet Gorn. A friend of theirs in Singapore painted it. It's got some fantastic intricate details in it when you look closely. This is another Sylvia Ross.
Isn't she talented? Goodness me.
And then Anne Sollett also donated quite a few paintings, as well as the sea view tree. Dorothy Kavanagh, also a few of her paintings around. That one's Skipper's Canyon. This was a photograph that won our local My Town competition 10 years ago by Olivia McGarvey. So if you missed out on getting a copy, we've been given one for the auction.
A lot of these reserves are very low, aren't they?
We've got a donation from Terry and Kath Farrell, Paris by Francois. So if you know a Francois that would like a painting from Paris.
I do know one. I hope you're watching this, Francois. What have we got here? Oh, Ken Reese.
Ken Reese.
Oh, he's clever, isn't he? Look at that.
That's called Satisfaction. So once you've got the stock in the yards and you're about to put your feet up for your cuppa, Satisfaction.
Actually, that'll go for a lot of money. That's my view. What about that one there? What's the
light?
Yeah, well, the wooden stand, is it?
Yeah, it's a lampshade. It's from Gary Arthur. He's an internationally renowned sculptor in wood and other medium. It's from the early 1990s. As you can tell from the slight tarnish on the lampshade, but it's an absolutely fascinating piece. Jill Ponton donated a work just before she died. and that is part of the auction as well.
Wow.
We've got Castle Hill by Dorothy Kavanagh again. This is a watercolour from Andrew Buglis. It's a view of Little Barrier Island. I just absolutely love the colours in it. Brian Ward has given us a pen and ink drawing, a watercolour drawing of the old Cockatoo store. That's got $150 on it bid already. Here are a few more photos by Janet and Bill Gorn of the West Coast. We've got lichen, ferns in rain and storm clouds. This is a piece of rusty old machinery photograph onto canvas. And then we've got the little fun corner with the TARDIS and the Dalek. And then we've got Sheep by Rembrandt.
Well, that's got to be worth a bid.
Exactly. Another jade pendant from Traditional Jade. This is a koru that Mark Fallett has made.
Wow. Gosh.
Julia Labers' Blue Lady. And then another group from the Hokitika art group. Some of them are acrylics, some of them are oils, and they're all on canvas.
Who did this one here? That's
Brent Prelay from the 1980s. He did the drawing of the All Saints Church for the fundraiser for, they were then attaching the hall onto the back of the church.
That would be a good investment.
And it's number 1 of 100 prints, so it's limited edition. Dave Healy has provided 3 paintings, one of which is already sold. And you'll like that one. It's called Feathers Will Fly by Elaine Bradley.
This one here?
Exactly.
I think I may have used that phrase before.
Dave Healy's Tasman and Spot the Rabbit.
Oh, I can see the rabbit. Folks, he's right there in the corner.
Cashel Street, donated by Terry and Kath Farrell.
Well, that's an old one, isn't it?
Yeah. Danny Jacobs, a cyclamen. We've got Brett and Janice Phillips, the fishhook, the jade fishhook. And then this wall contains quite a few different pieces. We've got a Mary Bella Foster in green and gold. We've got Irene Richards' view of Lake Wanaka. Two more Dorothy Kavanaghs. I love the forest floor one, all the different colours in it with the little insects and fungi and so forth. We've got Warren Montague, the Mullins Basin hut that he tells me he took a helicopter in there and painted that while they were up there. There are 3 sets of these In My Bones paintings and drawings from Danielle Pisey that she did for a tertiary art project a few years ago. And then we've got...
What are these things?
Maureen Pugh's contest, which was part of the politicians' challenge, and she also managed to get Judith Collins to do one, all just for a bit of fun.
Well, being a bit of a blue supporter, I might put a bid on that.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
I'll hand you the pen. We've got Leela Velder, Tinker. Another painting by Anne Solid, Castle Rock. Another one by Irene Richards, the Stella Magnolias.
Yep.
a Vern Abbott Cottage Garden, which is already sold, and the third Dave Healy, which is already sold. That's one of Fjordland.
Well, Dave spent a lot of time in Fjordland. He really did.
We've got two more from the politicians here. We've got Dancer by Pip Richards, which was provided by Steve Richards, who ran for the Green Party.
Actually, that's very good. I quite like that one.
And we've got Black Points Museum from Corey Aitken, who ran as an independent.
Yep.
And then a little bit of fun. Sarita Rautenbach has done a giraffe, sorry, good grief, a South African calling a giraffe a camel. The detective and Mrs. Moneypenny. The Kia print was donated by Ocean Power. It's a print by Melissa Sharplin. Another Elaine Bradley, which we've called Blue-Eyed Dream. This is our little miniature pop-up Christmas shop because, you know, if you don't want to spend some money on some paintings, we will take your money off you in another way.
And it is that time of year.
Exactly.
Now, who did that one?
This is from Waiwai Punamu, a Koru pendant.
And we have. Oh, that's for sale as well.
This is.
Who on earth did that? That's a huge job.
Jade Country Quilters.
Right.
It's called Light and Dark to fit with 2020. You can see that the chevrons is light on one side and dark on the other. And it comes with a matching pillow.
Now, what's this thing here?
Right, well this is...
I've probably got one of them in the garage. I might have a couple.
Well, if you want to donate it, you're more than welcome. It turns out it was donated by Greta and Gary Brown and handed in at the garage sale, and this is the one that was going to be sold off on the crockery table.
I could have bought it for $3.
You could have bought it for $3, but it's worth $400. So, and we've been offered $400. So if your bid is better than that, you may take it away with you.
Isn't it amazing what people have got lying around?
Exactly. It does come with the original box, which we've hidden under the table somewhere, just so that it's with it. And that just adds to the value.
Cheese board there.
Mark Zuckerman. Janine Condon has made the rock. Do not try and lift it if you have shoulder problems. You will dislocate yourself.
What's this long thing here? It's sold already.
This is my grandfather's walking stick that my mother donated to the auction. It's ebony and ivory. It was bought in the probably late 1930s, early 1940s in Kenya. He was an architect, professor of the Department of Architecture at the University of Cape Town.
And is that genuine ivory there?
That is genuine ivory there.
Wow.
And
that's going to be hard to get in the future.
Well, from next month you're not allowed to export or otherwise dispose of it. So
I hope you got a good price.
Oh yeah, sold it for $2,000.
How much?
$2,000.
Anna, you should blush when you say things like that.
We've got a table full of an eclectic display. We have a chokin vase, which is a ancient Japanese art of decorating metal engraving. And it's been going since the 12th century, and they used to do that to the samurai warrior armor.
Right.
And 24 karat gold on there. Hokitika Glass Studio donated the little fish.
Are they clever?
This is a John Crawford ceramics. He was an internationally renowned artist up at Nokawa and died a few years ago. And so that's been donated to us. We have a Jimmy Gordon Heart Renew bowl.
I'd buy that just because Jimmy Gordon made it.
Exactly.
You know?
We have a little, another piece of rock art, this time from William Stein, called We're All in This Together.
Yes.
Salad servers from Mark Zuckerman. Out of different wood. There is kauri in there, there's remu, there's rewarera, and a remu platter also from Mark Zuckerman.
And there was one table over here.
There's one table that you missed. We have a fantail goldfish punamu sculpture.
Who carved that?
Glenn Surgener. And on the cushion is the Mary that Glenn and Brittany Surger carved especially for the art exhibition. So that's a very special piece. The little tea cozy is called Rose Garden, and that came via the Kokotai group from Jan Zuckerman.
Gee, I like that.
And then we
Not another one of these vases that we found for $1 and turned out to be worth a fortune.
The fruit bowl by John Crawford. So yes, that is also valued at a lot more than $1.
Wow.
The final 3 items. Another offering from the politicians. Peter Ewan, writing is an art, and he offered 2 of his Pike books. We have Mount Cheeseman by Vern Abbott, looking up from Broken River. And at the door we have a set of wooden hands from Gary Arthur again.
Well, Anna, it's you've got there's such a huge range here, and the prices, the reserves are so low.
Yeah. And a special thanks to the Hokitika Art Group, and definitely to Glenn and Brittany Surgener and Janine Condon, who made specifically for the event their pieces. So it's absolutely fantastic, and we hope that people come down and take it all away.
So if someone was watching this on, say, the Coasters Club and had an interest in bidding on something, is there any way they can do it if they don't live here?
Yep.
How do we do that?
We do have a Facebook page,
right.
The All Saints War Memorial page.
Yes.
They can messenger that.
So I'll put a link onto that.
Yep.
And everything else, come in, put your bid in.
Or buy it outright and take it away.
Wow.
So the reason we're offering that is so that if any tourists come through, or if people are visiting from Christchurch or wherever and they want to take it home with them, offer us enough and you can walk away with it.
Well, there we go, folks. This is the chance of a lifetime, beautifully set out in here, and it's at the Carnegie Building in Hokitika, and there are some art pieces here that I'm sure would look brilliant at home. Thanks for your time, Anna. I really appreciate the background and the history, and good luck with the sale.
Thank you.